groaned and erupted in a blinding explosion. As the thick smoke cleared, Vits walked to the motionless Vifo, lifted him from the wreckage, and began the long walk toward the city jail. Vifo lay motionless on the cold, unforgiving concrete floor of his jail cell. The silence was heavy, broken only by his shallow breathing. As he rolled over in his restless sleep, he slipped, hitting the ground with a loud, echoing thud. He sat up instantly, eyes wide with sudden realization. He lunged at the iron bars, slamming his fists against them until they rattled. "I need to get out of this place," he screamed into the void. Desperation turned to a twisted spark of hope. He reached deep into his pocket, pulling out a handful of deflated balloons salvaged from the parade. One by one, he blew into them, his lungs burning until each sphere was taut and straining. He gathered the strings, gripping them with white-knuckled intensity. Slowly, his feet lifted from the grime. He floated upward, drifting toward the high, barred window. With a sudden surge of momentum, he crashed into the glass, shattering it into 1,000 jagged pieces. Sirens began to blare, their shrill wails cutting through the night air. Vifo scrambled through the broken frame, hit the ground running, and bolted toward a massive oak tree. Hiding behind the thick trunk, he panted, a manic grin spreading across his face. At last, "Ha ha! I will destroy you!" he shouted. He stepped forward, fueled by spite, but his foot found only empty air. He tumbled down into a deep, hidden pit. At the bottom, a glowing diamond rested in the dirt. As his fingers touched the cold surface, a terrifying surge of raw energy flowed into his veins. Miles away, the world seemed peaceful. Vits and Bubbles lay on a grassy hill, gazing at the drifting clouds. "Look at that!" Vits pointed at a massive white shape in the sky. But the peace was a lie. In the distance, the city skyline began to change. Smoke billowed into the atmosphere as buildings crumbled like dust. The air grew heavy with ash. Vits stood up, his hand tightened into a fist with grim determination. "Let us go," he said firmly. Bubbles nodded, and together they walked toward the spreading chaos.